You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Did you know 1 in 2 women wear the wrong foundation? Matching foundation is hard, but Il Maquillage makes it easy. Take the Power Match quiz to find a perfect match in seconds, customized to your unique skin tone, undertone, and coverage needs. With 600,000 5-star reviews, Woke Up Like This is our best-selling foundation for a reason. Available in 50 shades of weightless natural coverage. And with Try Before You Buy, you can try your full size at home for 14 days. Just pay shipping. Take the quiz at ilmaquillage.com/quiz. That's ILMAKIAGE.com/quiz.
To the Football for Kids podcast with me, Darren Rees. It's time for day 6 on Super Week, and in this episode we're going to be interviewing an expert on EAFC. Now, he may not think he's an expert, but Ryan knows a thing or two about EAFC and Ultimate Team, and he's become a bit of a legend on it. And I've got to be honest, I haven't got a clue what a lot of the stuff means. But just like my eldest son Charlie, I'm sure there's a few of you who play EAFC and Ultimate Team, and you could learn some really cool stuff from Ryan. So I thought I'd get him on the podcast to get some learning. If you know what fodder is, or SBC, or SCB, or whatever it's called, then I'm sure you'll enjoy this one. Here's the interview which I recorded with Ryan, and I hope that you learn lots from it. Who are you? What do you do? And how can you help people with EAFC?
Hi, my name's Ryan. I'm part of the team at Leveled Up. We are a team of content creators, and our focus really is all about how to make a lot of coins within the Ultimate Team game mode in EA Sports FC. We like to kind of use real life examples to how we can help people. So I think we build through what we do, life skills, through budgeting. We do maths in a fun way. So even when you buy and sell players on the transfer market, there's sometimes you have to work out what you're going to receive because there's a 5% tax on what you pay. So even stuff like that, there's ways that we can kind of turn it into a real life skill. And I think budgeting is something that I would love to see taught more in schools because it's something that really does help as you grow up, as you probably know yourself.
Absolutely. Right, so the first question is, and I'm sure kids are going to want to know the answers to this, is first of all, what are foot coins, and what is the most amount of foot coins you've ever had?
Yeah, that's a hard one to know because most of the time my coins aren't in just coins. I've got them in players because obviously, as I said, we do a lot of trading. So foot coins, there's 2 types of currency within Ultimate Team. One is foot coins and one is FC points. So foot coins are what you spend on the transfer market to buy players, and obviously when you buy the players it takes it from your balance, and if you sell them they add it to your balance minus the EA tax, which is 5%. Foot points or FC points now are what you can buy through the store to then buy packs that give you players, and when you sell them you get the coins. So foot coins are pretty much what the currency is within the Ultimate Team game mode. If I had to guess, if I sold all the stuff that I have on the transfer market at the height, I think the most I'd have is well over 30 million coins. I think at the moment I'm on about 5.5, 6 million coins, but I have spent a lot on opening packs this year, so it could be a lot higher. But I do like opening a few packs here and there. So yeah.
Okay, and the next question is, how do you get the best fodder for SCB? Now, you'll know what that means a lot more than I do, and I know that kids listening to this will know what that means a lot more than I do. So how do you get the best fodder for SCB? I mean, first of all, tell me what SCB means.
SBC.
SBC, oh, there you go. I already mucked it up.
It's short for Squad Builder Challenges. So what happens with this is you put in a team of players. It could be 11, it could be 8. It depends on what the requirements are. But you put this in and you receive something back. So it might be that you put in a squad as a requirement. There might be multiple squads to complete it, but you'll put in this SBC and then you will get a reward for it. So it could be a player. So for example, it could be an icon player where there's 23 different sets for the SBCs to get it done, or it could be one just for a pack. So the best way to get fodder for SBCs, there's really easy ways. So obviously playing games through squad battles, division rivals, and Ultimate Team are really good for that. Because at the end of every week they give you packs which you can open that give you fodder, or it could even give you some really good usable cards to improve your team. But my golden gem really that most people overlook is daily upgrades. So you've got your daily bronze, your daily silver, and your daily gold. So your bronze cards are from your 65, up to 65 rated. The silvers are between 65 and 74. And then you've got all of your gold cards, which are 75 rated up to your Kylian Mbappe's, which are obviously the really good cards. But the thing that's really good about this is it basically is free. You open up your daily bronze cards, which give you your bronze cards. You open your silver ones, which give you silver ones. Then you put those into your daily gold upgrades, which then give you 10 commons and 1 gold rare card for each pack you open. You do it 10 times a day, so effectively you're getting 110 cards, 10 gold rares, and then the rest are commons. And for this, there's always that opportunity. It's very rare, but there's the opportunity. You can get special cards, you can get team of the weeks that are very useful for completing said SBCs. And there's so many ways that you can use these at the moment. Obviously, you got your crafting packs, your player picks, and these will give you your mid-tier kind of fodder cards. Again, you can always get lucky and get your really high tier rated cards out of this, but they will then allow you to do your 83 times 10s and then the 84 times 7s. And I would do the 83 times 10s first because you get 10 cards back. And obviously, if you're putting in 11 cards and getting 7 cards back, it's much harder to complete the other packs rather than the other way around. So I'd always advise doing it that way around. But at the moment, there's so many different ways, and we're getting into that point of the game where EA give you so many more opportunities to get fodder because they give you a lot more packs, a lot more high-rated packs, and they give us a lot more a lot more of a chance to then go and open these packs because they'll give us 10 opportunities to do each pack per day. And some of these packs, obviously, like the 83 times 10, are almost recyclable, which means what you put in, you get enough out to then go and redo it again for free.
So you don't have to spend lots of money to get good players and unpack the best cards then?
No, you definitely don't. So my front three, I've got Team of the Year Vinicius, Mbappe, and Eusebio. So they are probably 3 of the best players in attack that you can have on the game. I think overall, because obviously down to social media, I think overall this year I've spent £20, but that was more to do with showing the people in my community that it just isn't value for money to spend any money like on this. You can do it alternatively, and from spending that £20, it didn't really benefit me. Whereas what I do with the trading side of it and playing the game, I've built a much better team. So I think it kind of proves that there are better ways than spending money. So all of these players that I've got that are in my first team now, none of them have come from packs that I've paid for in real world currency.
And what is the best team you've ever had, do you think?
So every year you can now get up to a 99 rated team, and obviously last year in June, July, I had that. I think probably this year, because I've really tried harder to improve my team, this year is the best I've ever had. At this point in the game, it's currently 92 rated, but as I said, I've got Vinicius, Mbappe, and Eusebio in attack, and looking at that kind of team, I think the team itself is probably worth about 30 to 40 million coins. I'm not quite sure on what it would be today, but it's a lot of coins, and this is what people don't take into account when you're looking at these kind of teams. You don't need to have 40 million coins. If you're lucky when it comes to opening packs, and if you open enough packs, you improve your chance of packing something, because the more you open, the more tickets you buy, the more chance you have of winning. um, you don't need to have the coin total. You just need to obviously open these packs and get these cards. So yeah, overall I've been very lucky this year with a few packs, but obviously at the same time I do open these, and I don't expect people to sit in front of a computer all day, because I don't advise that. But it is easy to do whilst you're doing other things, opening, building these packs and opening them. So it doesn't have to be someone sitting on their console 24/7. You can do this anywhere, whilst you're sitting in the car being driven somewhere or something like that, or while you're waiting for something to be done.
And people will be wondering, what do they need to do to get as good as you are on EAFC? So what tips have you got? I guess one of them will be being consistent.
Well, building experience is always useful. First thing, though, really is I am not special in any way or form. It's nothing that anyone else can't do. A lot of it is down to experience. So I've worked in banking and finance. I love maths. It was the subject I really loved at school. And that kind of helps when it comes to this sort of stuff, because you look at things, you go, right, that makes sense. This is the reason these prices go up. So you look at supply and demand and stuff like that, and you see something come and you go, right, okay, so there is a need for 86 rated cards. So if there's a need for it, people are buying them, which means there's a demand for it, and the supply goes down, because as people buy them and they put them into SBCs, these disappear. And if there's less of them and people still need them, the price goes up. So little things like that are really useful when it comes to looking at that. And that only comes from experience, but you can look at many of the major websites like Footbin or foot.gg and look at prices historically within even this year, and look at what's cheap. So at the moment, on the 21st of March, I don't know when obviously this goes live, but these these cards are 85 rated. They are cheap at the moment, so if you bought them today, they next week they could go up, and then you just sell them. So really, I think for me, the biggest advice I can give to someone is look at what you need and not what you want. It's very nice to buy all of the brand new cards when it comes to SBCs, but the problem is with that, if you use your coins to buy the players to complete these, you then don't have the opportunity to get them back. Whereas if you can buy a player that can do a job for your team for the next 2 or 3 weeks until something comes out that will last for a month or two, then you still have the coins when you come to sell that player. So that's really something that I would be really mindful of. I think that's really important.
I think my penultimate question will be, is there anything you haven't mentioned yet, or anything I should have asked you which I haven't asked you yet, which it will be worth our EAFC fans knowing or hearing about?
Yeah, I think the most important thing really is do it and have fun. For me, I really enjoy the challenge. I've always loved puzzles and trying to solve problems, and I think trading is just that. Don't be scared of losing coins. Even the best people who make coins still lose coins. I think Zinnia, Pedro, and ChemExpert in our community are phenomenal traders, and there's been times where they've lost millions of coins in a day, but because they lose a million coins, it doesn't mean that they stop. So it's all about learning. It's all about trying to trying to make as many coins as possible, but not worrying about taking a loss every time. Because if you can you can win 9 times out of 10, then you don't have to worry about that one time that you don't win. There will be times when you do lose. So for me, I think it's a really good skill to learn. And I think for me, there's so many different ways to trade, so many different things you can learn, and you've just got to find the thing that really does make it fun for yourself, because it's a big part of the game. And if it can make you a team that is worth 30 to 40 million coins and you don't have to buy FC points, then there's no downside to it.
And then lastly, Ryan, where can people find you and learn more about what you and people in your community are doing?
Yes, so we have a trading Discord. We have a community part where anyone can join if people want to learn more. Leveledupgaming.com is our website, so that obviously also has my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, my YouTube. But if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop into the Discord or comment on the video on YouTube, and I'll try and get as many answers as possible.
Well, a huge thanks to Ryan. I am sure you learnt plenty in this episode, and even I did too. If this is your thing, then please do check out his channel and his website, because he and his community are the people who know their stuff when it comes to Eafc and Ultimate Team. And remember, if you know someone who loves football just as much as you do, then please tell them about Football for Kids. And whether you're playing football soon, watching it on the telly or pitch side, I hope that you enjoy the game. See you next time.
Podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Football for Kids is proud to be supporting Soccer Aid for UNICEF 2025. Watch some of the biggest stars take to the pitch at Old Trafford on June 15th for yet another match which is set to be a classic. Tickets are available now via socceraid.org.uk/tickets.